Tash Dile and welcome to In Conversation with Tibet TV. This is Sakina Butt. I have a very interesting personality for today's episode. He is currently a PhD candidate in rhetoric at UC Berkeley. He is a recipient of many awards such as the Dolores Zorab Leibman Fellowship, the Eugene Kota Robles Fellowship, and the Dalai Lama Trust Scholarship. He is Tenzin Mingyur Paldron. It's wonderful to have you here, Mingyur. Welcome to our show.
Thank you so much.
So Mingyur, you have been involved in various issues and projects. Can you tell us what is closest to your heart and why?
Sure. When it comes to this community, I suppose what happened is beginning around 2010-11, sometimes I would receive contacts from different Pöba who, when they reach out to me, they reach out to say some kind of to share their experience about being gay or lesbian, yes. And so from a few years of this occurring, I was thinking it might be nice for there to be a space online where different Pöba around the world, if they want to kind of pledge or put their name and say they support the Pöba in our community who maybe have a secret that they feel afraid to share, right? And so that way different LGBT Pöba, if they see this website, maybe it gives them a feeling of some kind of security, some kind of like there's different Pöba around the world who want to be like a supporter or a friend,
What is the name of the website?
The first part of the name is the word for heart we have, which is
Ning?
Yeah, Ning, and then the second part is Tam. So if you provide them together.
Nïngtam?
Yeah, Nïngtam, which is what I heard this word means is like the secret or the story of your heart. So I named it that because I think all human beings, we all have something in our heart that we hope when we share to somebody that they will be kind and receive it with kindness and without, just with kindness. So that's the
So basically in
ethos.
this website, people, if they have a secret, they write to you and then you reply them back. Is that what you mean?
No. I mean, if somebody wants to do that, they can. But no, the purpose of it is more to just create a space where if some Pöba sees it, they will see like a pledge of support. That Pöba from Europe, from America, from Canada, many from here have put their name and they say like, I support all Pöba in our community, whether it's to do with LGBT or just to be supportive of any Pöba who feel like they are ashamed of something or they have to hide something. And the principle behind it is that to grow a healthy community, we don't want people who are ashamed of who they are, right? Not trying to disrupt the community or anything like that, but just to say that to grow everyone's potential, people should be able to hold their head a little bit higher, right? And not feel like every day feeling down,
As someone who is concerned with gender expression and sexuality in the Tibetan community, can you tell us more about this area of discussion?
First thing I will say is I grew up the majority of my life in the US, and of course being there, I don't think it's really my place to say things about like our community needs to be this or that. I guess my concern is how do we help make it so that people in the community can begin to reflect or even talk about this in ways that are peaceful and kind, right? It's not, the first goal is not to change someone's mind. I think first goal is to make sure that the heart, that the connection with the heart is clear, that we care for the people in our community. A year and a half ago, I made a very small project. It's a very short video, and I was inspired to make it because I thought in our community maybe there's some way for the topic to be introduced, but not spotlight any one Pöba. Because my feeling when I receive the notes from Pöba is that nobody wants to say their name and show their face, and nobody has to. In this video, if people view it, you can see there's a lot of different Pöba in it, but I don't highlight their face, right? I'm just giving the feeling that these are all different Pöba, and whether they are my age, the parents' age, or beyond that, that the relationship we have to each other is so important. And that I think all youth can relate to the feeling of, oh, sometimes I can't speak to my parent, like they won't understand. And I think parents and grandparents can relate to the fear of like we are losing our youth to some kind of change. So the video is really there to evoke an emotion and then open the heart to communicate.
I have also seen the video. I really liked the way you worked with the lights.
Oh.
But it's a very abstract video. So is there any kind of like, it's an open interpretation, right?
Yes, it is abstract. It's open to interpretation because I don't want to have a video that gives a message like this. That's not it. I wanted to create a feeling, and because I think the feeling of pain is universal. The feeling of a secret or your personal story is universal. So I think all Tibetans can come into it. Even some Tibetans who viewed it, they told me, oh, I didn't know it has anything to do with gay and lesbian. I just thought it's like about a friendship. And I said, that's wonderful. You know, the bonds of friendship are also very important, you know? So I don't think there's any way you can interpret the video negatively. So creative interpretation is fine.
Okay. So why do you think that discussions surrounding gender and sexuality are still not in the mainstream discourse in the Tibetan community? And what can we do to bring it from the margins to the mainstream?
I think the fact that it's not in the mainstream is it's not a problem. Like it's not that itself is not really a problem because it's natural. Because as Tibetans, we have our main priority that we are born into being Tibetan, and if you are born in diaspora and exile, we have our main concern. So that makes sense that is the main thing on people's minds. Then though, whether the topic is about gender, about having equality in gender, or whether the topic is LGBT or a different topic, I think that this will slowly move towards being more on people's minds. And I think the reason is because first you have to take care of your first welfare. You have to be able to eat, be in school well, succeed, take care of your parents. And then as people become more stable as a group, then the next step is saying, okay, how do we nurture and support all kinds of people, all kinds of skills, all kinds of ways and points of view. I think some people are scared that, oh, if it's different, then it's chulo, it's not really Poba, it will make us weaker. But in my view, the countries and the groups that are strongest are going to be ones that can at least be kind, if not fully embrace, be kind and to
all kinds of identity.
Yeah, and their experience, because when people don't feel welcome, then they don't come to the parties, they don't come to the meetings, and when they don't come, you lose their skills, right? Yeah, so I think it's okay, it's at the margins right now, but it's going to move more, you know, it's going to be talked about more and more naturally, you know, and encouraging more people to be supportive, hopefully will. But I also wanted to say, I haven't grown up here, so I don't know what the experience is like, not just for everyday Poba, but for like LGBT Poba. So I understand maybe I sound very optimistic, maybe some Poba are like, you have no idea, it feels like this. So I understand that. That's why I did the video, because I hoped if different Tibetans watch it, then in their own communities, it will give them their own feeling, and you know, they can take action or do what they like, you know.
So Mingyur, you're also a filmmaker. So do you use films as a medium to promote a message?
I think the reason I used film, that's true, that was a real choice, because, you know, I have a background in writing, and I know a lot of people will start a petition, or some people thought when I started the website, they said, oh, you have a nonprofit, Nïngtam. I said, no, I don't have an organization, but I used the short film as a means of telling a story. I think telling the story is a very gentle way to approach, right? Because when you tell the dum, you're not telling like 1, 2, 3, think like this. You know, there's different areas to talk like that in. For me, I thought the story is something that's kind, and you leave it there at the table, and it doesn't attack anybody, right? People can come to it and view it and walk away, you know? So it's respectful in that way. I feel like that medium is very helpful for reaching people when otherwise their minds might block and close it, you know?
So the recent video which you made was Ningtam.
Yes. And and there's one more thing I wanted to say is also Ningtam, you'll see that there's no speaking, it's just music.
Just music.
Right? And I think part of that is also music.
How long is the video?
Oh, it's just like kamasum, kamashi, like just around
3 to 4 minutes.
Yeah. Because I don't want people to have ideas in their head, right? You just want to relax and watch it, and then let your own ideas come. But the video is not trying to plant anything. You know?
So how important is film to you?
I just appreciate the medium, and I think it gives people a really wonderful feeling to see something that looks like them on there. It feels very meaningful, you know? And so whether it's Poba seeing something that's Poba, or even very specific, I don't know how LGBT Tibetans feel when they watch the video. Like 1 or 2 of them said they really liked it, but I hope it gives them a good feeling, you know? So,
okay, so you have been involved in Magik, which does incredible work in the Tibetan community, including gender equality.
Yes.
So can you tell us about your experience? How has it been like?
With Magik, my experience was really incredible, because I began my PhD in 2010. And my work relates to, you know, and I have a desire, of course, to always learn more. And I remember when first time I attended their event in DC in 2012, right? So I had been a PhD student for 2 years, and I sat down, And for a little while, I had trouble understanding, like, what did I walk into? What is this work they're showing? Who are these speakers? And then I don't know if any other Tibetan can relate to it, but all my life I felt like I know things about Tibetan history and Tibetan things, but then all of a sudden I kind of also felt like there's so much about Pho that I don't know. Like, I feel like I know, like, maybe like out of 10 fingers I know 2, right? But the rest I'm wondering, where are they, right? I just know certain things. And then when they have speakers from Tibet and they're talking about different things, and I realize, wow, like if you see Pho in your mind, like the map has, to me, it's been like all, like when the room, you have light or the light is turned off. Light has been kind of off for me, you know? And so then as they were speaking, I felt like I can see Pho, like it's coming more alive to me, and I was learning a lot more, and I was very glad, you know, because I always want to learn more. I don't think you get very much by saying my viewpoint is right. Okay. It's more about saying I want to learn, but from who is in this room. That's the first and main thing that I appreciate about them. I always learn things.
How do you think Tibetans in the free world can best amplify the aspirations of the Tibetans in Tibet?
From my view, I think you have to pursue the career and the life and the work that is correct for you and is right, because your life is here, your parents are here, you have a lot of obligations, a lot of things to take care of. As you do that, I hope there will come a time when Pho in Pho and Pho here, that the bridge between us is a little less blocked and we can meet more, you know, because I think there will come a time when there might be a chance for Pho here to contribute their experience and their work and what they know. But first there has to be the connection, the relationship, and there has to be the Pho and Pho who say, like, you know, come and let's work together, right? And I think that will be a great day when different Pho can come and you know, meet and like collaborate, you know, and not just us, you know, going inside Pho, but also I know Pho from Pho who come out here and they do all kinds of amazing contributions to the world outside here. So that will be nice.
So Mingyur, finally, do you have anything to say?
I appreciate that the chance to be on the Tibettv TV. I'm nervous. I've never been recorded before. So thank you so much. And to all your crew, thank you. You've been very kind.
Thank you so much, Mingyur, for giving us your time today. It was wonderful to have you here with us. Okay. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in our very next episode of In Conversation with Tibettv TV.